there, kids. Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. Oh. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha, and I'm trying to get shit straightened out here. It's been busy. So, hi. It's Wednesday night. Couldn't even think of what day of the week it was for the daytime stream. Honestly, I was thinking it was Tuesday and it was Wednesday, so the days are all starting to flow together. Oh, man. So, anywho, we're back. Spent a little bit of time working on the lower leg armor, and I'm going to show you kind of what we did so we can duplicate it here on stream tonight. But I do see that Bill had posted his zero parts given assignment, and that's basically due tonight. So if you wanted to, participate in that, go ahead and submit that on the community section of the Child of Mecha YouTube channel. Some good stuff there, and so Brandon's going to be selecting, kind of the best one for this round, and I think he's got a little prize for the winner, but then at the end of it, there's going to be kind of a bigger prize and things like that. So that should be really cool. So if you haven't participated, man, go ahead and check it out and participate. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, who do we got? We got, yeah, we're going to need to change that. That's some bullshit. I checked out this Botrix thing, and it's kind of like Stream Elements, but I guess they went ahead and took the liberty of inserting their chat bot into the chat. So, yeah, we're going to have to shut that down later. Lorenz is with us. What's going on, bud? Charles is over here. Oh, evening all. Double dipping tonight. There you go. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you, bud. Handren's with us. Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. George, Old School Gunpla. What's going on, Georgie? Good to see you, bud. So yeah, excellent. All right, so first things first, working on bringing back the shop. Like I had mentioned on the early stream today, our good friend Almanax had suggested a site called Fourth Wall. And that's, going to be the solution. And it's a great solution because I don't have to putz around with building the shop from the ground up again. So this is going to be great. And it integrates with everything. We can do giveaways now. We can do promotions for like holidays and stuff. We can do limited run things, all that. Oh shit, look at this. Look at this. It's Julius, you guys. He's in Australia. Crikey, mate. Oh man, Julius, I hope you're having a good time, buddy. Thank you for checking in, man. You should not even worry about us over there in the down under, just have a good time and focus on that, dude. That's awesome, though. I saw that, I was like, oh man, good stuff there. Excellent. Mr. RF Aurora, Andrew, what's going on, buddy? He says, evening all. Working on the Master Grade Stormbringer full PF? Which one is that? PF? Full armor? I don't know. And starting to feel my age, having to use magnifiers more and more, and not sure how I feel about that. Dude, yeah, that's comes with the territory. Like, I use these all the time, and I can't work without them. So, yeah. Is what it is. So, but yeah, there's Julius again. Nice. Have fun down there, buddy. Have fun. Yeah? Have all the fun. So, good stuff. But anyways, so yeah, so Fourth Wall, that's the site that is basically going to replace the Child of Mecha shop. It's also going to replace Patreon too. So that's actually going to be pretty nice, because it has a members area and all that stuff and all sorts of other bells and whistles. So that's going to be a really, really cool, a really cool thing for us to, you know, get set up again and all that. So should be good. Should be really, really good. Come on, what's going on with my mouse? Let's see. Andrew says, yeah, I'm supposed to have bifocals, but I can't afford them at the moment. Got a $1,700 repair bill for my car. Oof. Ouch. Ugh. Yeah, that's rough, dude. That's rough. Ernest Max, checking in from the Philippines. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. Love seeing international folks. That is really cool. Welcome and thank you for checking us out. Hang out with us if you can. Very, very cool. Let's see. George says, same, got so much better with magnifiers, can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Right? Oh, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, good stuff. All right, so you guys, so the merch shop is coming back sooner rather than later, which opens the doors for a lot of other things, and it speeds things up too. So that I'm excited about. So I got to work on that, and then yeah, things are starting to fall, you know, in their place at this point. So pretty psyched about that. So big props to Almanacs for that reco. Signed up for Fourth Wall last night, you know, after I watched some reviews and took a look at it and everything. And yeah, we're going to go full bore with it. So it's really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So I'm actually really freaking excited about it, honestly. So yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, all right, kids, so let's get to work, because I know we didn't work too much on the daytime stream if you were on that. It was mostly conversation, really, really freaking good conversation, though. And if you missed it, if you're into conversation, I highly recommend going back and checking that one out, because it was awesome. I had a great time. We kind of finalized the color scheme of the Shiki, so I'll show you guys that if you haven't, if you haven't seen the stream summary from today. Let's go camera 2, shall we? So here we are. Here is the overall color scheme, right? So we got our two primaries, the Tamiya Copper, which is just a gorgeous shade of copper. The flakes in there are damn near microscopic, so it's just very, very smooth, as you can see. That I love. And then for the darker parts, like the navy blue parts on here and everything, and probably like the feet, things like that, we're going with the graphite black. This is the 40th anniversary color from Mr. Hobby. It's again an amazing color. Let me kind of show you what this looks like, because basically it looks like somebody just ground up, you know, a pencil lead, and it is freaking beautiful. It's metallic, but it is subtle metallic. And it is nice and dark and just mean looking, right? So the black panel lining fluid will show up great on this, because this is a nice dark black or dark gray, you know, and it's got, like I said, it's got those little metallic flakes in there. You can kind of see it. It's an absolutely beautiful color. Absolutely beautiful color. So these two are going to be your primary and your secondary colors. And then for the inner frame, we're going with engine gray. Again, great color. This will be a nice pop. Oh, let me mix it up here because it is not mixed at all. Shake, 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 Sonora. There we go. And if you know what that song is, then you need to get your prostate checked. So yeah, so it's kind of a nice dark, kind of 50-50 gray. And we're going to do that for the inner frame. And I think that's going to look really, really nice up against the copper and then also the graphite black. Those two have a nice contrast there. Really a good look. And then for the little highlights and things, like kind of these, you know, these red parts around the thrusters and things, you know, these little things here, just some little details. We're actually going to use Tamiya. This is off-white. Nice color. Didn't want to go full, you know, stark white. Wanted to tone it down a bit. This is a nice color. This is just off-white. So there is your final color combo for the Shiki. I think it's going to look awesome, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's what we got. That's what we kind of decided on today on the stream. So white decals as well. I think it's going to look nice. I think it's really going to look nice. All right, so I spent a little bit of time after the stream. Let's show you kind of what I did here. Starting to bring out some details. Let's go super zoom on this one. There we go. So there you can kind of see we've got the this little kind of thruster slash vent here. We've got the, you know, little bumper pieces on either side there. We've got a nice little kind of strapped over overhang bit right there. All of this is outlined at this point, and then also on the top here, that hatch was pretty difficult because I freehanded that entire thing. Because it's such small tolerances, I just had to. And I'll kind of show you that here in a little bit here too. But let me get one more thing. Maybe hard to see. Let's check to see. Oh boy. Yeah. Right there. Right there. Little floating notch right there, just to offset things, just to kind of. So yeah. Well, see, there you go. There you go. Just to throw that in the mix, make it look good. But that's what we've got so far. We're going to duplicate as much as possible tonight on the other leg armor, the other side of the leg here, if I can get it off the actual inner frame. There we go. So we're going to duplicate that here tonight. So before we do that, let's get caught up right quick. Let's see. Let's see. Andrew says, as of the Stormbringer PF, it's basically the full armor variant of the original Stormbringer. It's almost in the G3 colors and has an arm-mounted Gatling gun. Oh, interesting. I've not seen that one. I have the OG Stormbringer, and I have the full armor. I have both of those, but I've never heard of or seen the PF version before. So that sounds pretty cool. Oh. Hello. Look who it is. It's the high school graduate.
Yay!
Yay! What are you doing? You just got off work?
Just got back from work. I went to Wawa.
Excellent. You got a chocolate milkshake? Very good. Very good. So, yeah. Everybody say hi to Amber.
Hi,
Hey guys. The high school graduate here. How does it feel to be out of high school?
Feels weird.
Feels weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when do you move into college? August
27.
August 27th. So you only have, what's today? June 3rd. So you have a little under 3 months until you're off to college.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Weird.
Weird?
Yeah, really weird.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Well, good stuff there. Oh, look at everybody saying hi. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Look at this. Oh, that's the wrong chat. God damn it. Let's see. George says, congrats, Amber. Enjoy college. Nice. Andrew here says, hi, Amber. Handren says, sup, Amber. Congrats. Very cool. Let's see. Oh,
That's Simon.
I see. Who?
That's Simon.
Snoring lasagna? That's Simon?
Yeah.
Oh my God! No way! Hi, Amber. I know her. That's Simon. Simon's watching the stream. That's cool. So, Simon is Amber's boyfriend.
Yes.
And he is the one that I told you guys about that I gave a backlog to. So Simon is basically jumping into the deep end into Gundam. So very, very cool. Oh, it's Sabi. This is Wasabi. You've probably seen her on my Instagram stories. There you go. Lorenz says, one of us, one of us. There you go. There you go. Ernest here is from the Philippines. He says, congrats.
Thank you.
Right? Very cool. Let's see. George says, live your best life at college at your parents' expense. Not my expense. My younger daughter is doing that now. Awesome. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Very freaking cool. Let's see what else. Greg Blair, he's with us over there. He says, hey Tim, I got those silos in the details on it are fantastic out of the box. We'll still need some customization. Ordered 2 more because I'm worried it's not going to be long enough. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Let's see. Handren says, Wasabi, make sure to hang out as much as possible with that old man and give him hell. Nah, she's my buddy. She's my buddy. Right? Are you my buddy? Not while being held by Amber. Oh, man. So, good stuff. All right. Oh, there's Sushi over there.
Oh, yeah, she's really
So we have 2 cats, Sushi and Wasabi. Amber named them both, by the way. Oh, she's running away. She knows exactly what you're trying to do. You trapped her. All right, here comes Chubby. Here comes Chubby. Big chonker herself. This is Sushi. This is Sushi. You've probably seen her on the Instagram stories as well. But yeah, she's our fatty. She's a big one. But she's absolutely sweet. So, yeah. Simon says she takes up the whole camera. That's great. That's great. Oh shit. Old school said, or Georgie says, good cat names.
Thank you.
So there you go. There you go. I just came back from the grocery store. We've got a bunch of stuff up there. So go get you something to eat and all that. And then I will be up after I'm done.
Okay.
Okay? All right, get them out of here. Get out of here. Get. Out, out, out.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? All right, kid. Love you.
Love you.
Oh, man. Good times, you guys. Good times. All right. Let's see. I know we missed a couple things, so let me go back and get caught up, right? It's not every day that we get a wild amber sighting here. Lorenz says they also sell a Mr. Color GX Graphite Black. Is there a difference between the two? I don't think I have that. Let me see. I don't think I have it though. GX. Let me check my GX line. I have, no, that's clear black. That ain't gonna work. What's this over here? This is metal black, but no, that's not anywhere close to it. What is this? This might be close. But, yeah, so the 40th anniversary colors were limited edition colors for Mr. Colors, obviously 40th anniversary back several years ago. And I'm not sure, this is actually Mr. This is Gundam color. This is the MS Gray. Let me see what this looks like here. No, I think that's a little darker and probably a little less metallic. Yeah, it is. It's definitely, and it's more tinted to the, oh, fuck, you guys can't see. God, sorry. But yeah, this is more tinted toward kind of a blue, where this is more of a kind of a neutral style, grayish, graphite, if you will. Yeah, the graphite is definitely an awesome color, and I just went, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, yeah, I got to do something with this. Metal black. Let me. I don't know if I have. Let me see. Hang on. Back to the rack. Let's see. This is metal. Yeah, this is the GX metal black. It's actually, it's not even hardly black, I would say. It's like a dark aluminum, basically. I think metal black is kind of a misnomer. Yeah. See, that's just a kind of a darkish silver. And the flakes in this are, I think, a bit larger as well. It's still pretty smooth, but I think the flakes are a little larger in this. Yeah, here's the bottom of it. So, again, tinted more on the blue side of things. So, yeah. But, yeah. Anywho, oh, shit, that was Andrew's question. That wasn't. Fuck. I'm all discombobulated. I'm sorry, you guys. Geez, let's see. Where even was I? I was on Loren's question, right? Oh, there I am. Okay. Cool. Let's see. And then, Gio's with us. He says, hello, Night Crew. I was painting the real grade, V inner frame. I did gunmetal and also painted glossy black for the chrome paint tomorrow. There you go. Nice. Love it. Just real quick, going back to Greg. Greg is, I think, is building a Solomon's Express. And, you know, he hit me up. He's just like, what do you think about the tanks? And I found these corn silos on Amazon. And, perfect size, he said, but he's worried they're not long enough. So that's kind of where all this is going. So I'm kind of digging the project, and I can't wait to see a real good Solomon's Express kind of come up and come to life. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Should be pretty cool. Let's see. Hendren says, haha, Chumby. Yeah, Sushi's a fat little thing. Let's see. George has a question.
We have a question.
Do you let your cats roam at your workbench? I won't, or my work area would be destroyed. No. They're actually really good. I've trained the cats not to get up on things. They can get up on the couch, cool, but like counters and things like that, they know that's a no-go zone. And I've also trained them to leave the room when I say out. They know out. And Wasabi especially, she's got a little attitude. She does a little back talking when I say that to her. So I'll tell her out, and she'll be like, meh, you know. And it's funny as shit. But no. So I keep this area closed off during the day when I'm not down here as well. And even when I am down here, most of the time the door is going to be closed. Just so that they can't get in here. I'll let them in sometimes when I'm down here working, just so I can kind of oversee. Yeah, nah, they don't get up on things, and they definitely don't get up here. That would be no. Lorenz says, she's not fat, she's fluffy. No, dude, she's fat. She's a fatty. She's a big old fatty. Let's see. Bill says, I have the metal black 40th. I would say it is like black gunmetal. Yeah, it's graphite. Graphite black is the name of it here, the 40th. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. When I saw that at first, I was just like, oh man, love it. Andrew says, Drat, I was hoping it would be a lacquer version of Army Painter's Night Scale, so I could spray it from a brush. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just kind of what I see. Bill says, howdy, everyone. That came in since I last spoke. Okay. At the convenience store, still a bit away from home. Gotcha. Take your time, Bill. Drive safe, buddy. Drive safe. Let's see. Kelvin Branham is with us. He's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, excuse me. I thought Mr. Hobby / Color was your only go-to paint, Tim, not Tamiya. Great question. So with Tamiya, since Tamiya is basically an alcohol-based acrylic, you can mix this with Mr. Color leveling thinner or Mr. Color thinner, whichever one you prefer, and it basically imbues all of the wonderful characteristics of Mr. Color into the Tamiya. It dries very quickly, levels beautifully, and then also too, it becomes way more scratch resistant, in my opinion. I've used, Tamiya with Mr. Color leveling thinner for years and years and years. In fact, what was it? The Blue Destiny. The blue on that is Tamiya blue. I forget what number it is, but yeah, that is Tamiya. So Tamiya and Mr. Color leveling thinner is a wonderful combo, or just regular thinner, whichever, or rapid thinner, or whatever. Any of those thinners from Mr. Hobby work amazingly well with Tamiya. So if you run with Mr. Hobby or Mr. Color, you can get Tamiya, mix that with a fresh jar, and you're golden. You're good to go. That opens up an entire different color spectrum and color catalog to you. So it's awesome. Highly recommend it. Yeah, highly recommend it. Let's see. Lorenz says, thanks, Tim. I might actually buy that GX graphite black and try it. That color is just really nice. The what is it? This one. Oh, this one here. Yeah. Like I said, it's tinted more, kind of more on the bluish side. It's kind of like like an aluminum, duraluminum type of color, I would say. But it is nice. Don't get me wrong. And the flake in there, the metal flake is just minuscule. So I mean, you can see it is just a beautiful color. If that's what you're going for, if that's the look of it, yeah, really good, really good. So yeah, it's good stuff right there. Good stuff. Let's see. Bill says, Kelvin, he uses Mr. Color leveling thinner with the Tamiya paints, and it acts very similar to Mr. Hobby paints. Exactly. George has a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, do you use Mr. Leveling Thinner with metallic paints or rapid thinner? So, a lot of people recommend rapid thinner. And for good reason, too, because what it will do is it will lock in the flake. Once you spray it and everything, it cures very quickly. I actually have never tried rapid thinner. I only use leveling thinner. And I've never had a problem with, especially the finer flakes, kind of like this. Never had a problem with it. But I do have just regular, Mr. Thinner. So I'll do some spray outs on spoons and everything before I lay this down and, actually on the model and see what it does and see what it looks like. And if I can go, Mr. Color, if I can go with the leveling thinner, that's probably what I'll use because I've got a decent amount of it. I've got about 10 bottles of it right now saved up. And what the hell? Hang on, you guys. This is bothering me. What is going on there? Fucking flooring. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I do. Greg Blair says, my go-to mix is 50% Mr. Hobby Leveling Thinner and 50% Tamiya Acrylic, and I love it. So there you go. Mr. Leveling Thinner and Tamiya is a great combination. Yeah. Calvin says, yeah, I use Mr. Leveling with Tamiya as well as Tamiya Thinner, depending on the model type, i.e. planes, trains, autos, sci-fi, etc. Greg says, let's see, sprays a nice mist at about 18-ish PSI, if I remember, and dries almost instantly. Yeah, pretty much all of them do. Let's see. Gio says, Mr. Color Leveling Thinner is good for all metallics, or if you can get your hands on Gaia Metallic Thinner is the best. Yeah, I've never tried it. Never tried it. Let's see. George says, I'm moments away from spraying metallic paint. I've found rapid thinner gives a bit more pop. Recommended by an IPMS buddy. Yeah, and I've had a lot of people recommend that too. My one friend, Brandon Hopkins, B-Hop, he's one of those Gundam guys. He sprays, rapid thinner and everything. So does Clem and Angel, those guys out there in California. Yeah, I mean, I've never tried it myself. And then again, I don't do much with metallics, so, if that's any sense of it as well. I have sprayed, I've got some spoons that I've sprayed out metallics with, and they come out real good. So I don't hate it. So like I said, I'll spray out, some color chips, either cards or spoons or something, see what that's like before I really lay it down on any of the actual model itself. So, yeah. Yeah, Almanac says, I second the use of rapid thinner. Yeah. Yeah. I'll test it and see. It's a very common suggestion. Very common at that point. Yeah. Gio says, I have used Mr. Color Leveling Thinner with Alclad, I guess? I don't know. Alclad you got to be super careful with because Alclad has a tendency not to label their paints very well. Because some of them are true like solvent based and then some of them are more enamel based. And they're all labeled lacquer, which is stupid because I got one color, sprayed it down, and then top coated it with Mr. Super Clear, and it turned blue on me. And I'm like, what the hell? Thankfully, it was just a test piece, so I didn't, it didn't ruin anything. But I'm just like, what the shit? And yeah, they've got a problem with that they don't want to correct. So yeah. George says, just goes to show there is never only one solution to a situation. Oh, 100%. 100%. There are many, many paths to the end goal, right? It's just all about finding your path. Yeah. Yeah, Geo says, all clad paints, it works. Yeah, you just got to be careful with them. You got to make sure they're actual lacquers. Let's see. Bill says, my understanding on why it gives more pop is Mr. Leveling Thinner lets the metallic flake tumble to the bottom, whereas Rapid Thinner keeps the flakes parallel to the surface. But that's just my understanding. Yeah, it basically locks it in, so it doesn't, you know, so the flake doesn't basically fall to the bottom of the, you know, the spray out and everything. So yeah. Mikey Dawson, what's going on, Mikey? Good to have you. Yeah, George says that's my understanding as well, Bill. Yeah. Andrew says, I tried shooting Alclad Chrome one time. Thought I was spraying a lacquer and had it react badly to lacquer gloss clear I sprayed over the top of it. Yeah, same thing. And that kind of goes to show you that Alclad, it's hit and miss with their lacquer, right? It's just one of those things. You got to test it. You got to test it. Mr. Lelouch, what's going on, dude? He says, hello, everyone. I luckily made it. I just posted and finished the 0 parts given assignment last second. Oops, my dog ate my homework. It's all good, dude. All good. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope we get a few more. We had a few posts earlier today, and those looked actually really, really good. Enrico's post, I think he posted it yesterday, Enrico. Is Enrico on here with us? I don't know. I don't think Enrico's on here with us. He was on here with us earlier today. But I think it was Enrico that posted his, and looked really good. Really, really good. Let's say All-Clad Metallic, you have to use Aqua Gloss. Not in all cases. Like their copper, All-Clad Copper is a true metallic. Sprayed that out on a spoon and then sprayed some other clear colors over it just to see how it would react, and it was awesome. So that's definitely a true lacquer, but some of the other ones are fucking enamel based, which is stupid, but it is what it is. Mr. Colin, hi Craig. He says, what's up everyone? What's going on, Colin? Good to see you, bud. All right, cool. So now that we're caught up with the chat, let's do some work, yeah? Because I know earlier today, it was mostly conversation. Now don't get me wrong, I dig good conversation. It was good conversation too. So we talked about kind of, how I go about, thinking up designs and customizing and things like that. And it was really a really good time. So highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, so we need to get to duplicating these parts, right? 1, 2, 3 block, boom. There it is. And let's go super zoom. And I'm gonna grab a drink before we get to it. There we go. Pardon me. There we go. There we go. Miss Akuma is with us. That's a name that goes back. Old school. Hell yeah. Good to have you, Akuma. Let's see. Dallas is with us. Very cool. What up, dude? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Let's do this, shall we? So, first things first, we need to get this kind of vent thruster thing put into place. And all I did with that was I took my T-square. Let's get this out of the way, and I'll show you kind of what I did. Took my T-square and just kind of went right up along the edge of this thing, and then right down to the bevels, and just made a mark. If I can find my pencil. Here we go. Just a little higher right there. Boom. That is basically where we're going to glue the vent. Match up the bottom with that, right? So easy stuff there. And then where's the vent? Here it is. And then I took the liberty of cleaning this up already, sanding the back so it's super nice and flat. Same height as the original here, and yeah, it's ready to rock and roll. Now, with this, we're gonna obviously need to super glue this because this is a resin piece that I cast back in the day with all of the other greeblies and things like that, if you remember. So what we need to do, I'm actually going to stab this just a little bit right up on the edge there with my hobby knife, right? It's such a subtle... Jesus, I can't even hardly see it on the other one. Yeah. It's such a subtle thing that, you know, once you get primer and paint on this thing, you will never, never see that little stab mark there. So I am not worried at all about that showing up or anything, right? So, alright. Get a little super glue on here. There we go. We don't need a whole hell of a lot either. We just need enough to get this thing set. Alright, so... Oh, this is an odd angle. This isn't... Alright. I'm gonna have to do this upside down. I didn't. There we go. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, placement. Placement's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It'll serve. Alright. So, the one thing that I have to do, because there's a slight curve here. If you remember when we laid down this plastic strip, we had to put a curve in it because there is, you can see it in profile, a slight curve to this piece, right? So this doesn't lay completely flat, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine, because what we're going to do is we're going to kind of backfill just the one edge that's a little raised, simply due to that curvature. And let's see, got our little palette of super glue. We got our little pin here. We're going to pick up a little dab. A little dab will do you. And we're just going to just run this along the edge that is a little raised. And that's going to seep under there through capillary action as well. And we'll be good to go. And I'm just actually just going to go all the way around. Because the bottom edges are, unfortunately, through the molding process, a little rounded. So I am not terribly enthused with that. But I love the shape of this vent, and we'll make it work. Make it work. There we go. All right. Just kind of giving this the once over. All right. I want to let that cure for a few seconds here, so we can get caught up in the chat while we wait. And I'm gonna clean off my needle here of super glue, so it's ready to ready to work the next time here. There we go. And I'm just using my flat Olfa chisel blade for this. I'm not going to use anything else. It works really well. And basically this is just a cheapy, basically kids first pin vise. I just cut the head off of a sewing pin and popped it in there, and that's what I use for kind of little applications of super glue. So it works really freaking well. Works really well. All right, so let that sit for a few seconds. Let's get caught up in the chat, because you guys are very chatty today. I love it though. I freaking love it. Akuma says I show up sometimes. Nice. Hey, thank you for showing up. We appreciate it. We really do. Let's see. She says, really need to get back in the game and finish things. Yeah, come on now. Everybody's coming back. You got to as well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Looks like Henderson's in Colorado. Nice. Bill says, hi, Georgia. We'll try to catch one of your morning streams soon. I had no idea you had migrated to YouTube from Instagram. Oh, yeah. Georgia's been over here for a while. For a while. Let's see. Bill says, Tim, it isn't a stab mark. It is where the head mechanic hit it with a wrench in frustration. I like it. I like it, dude. I like it. Henry says, gotta say that open road between Wyoming and Colorado is awesome. Ooh, yeah. I've always wanted to drive Route 66. Just, it seems like a fun time. I love road trips. Love road trips. Let's see. Andrew says, I think I will be looking for a 3D printer when I get some money saved up again after car repairs. I found a Gundam 3D printing community, and someone made a 1/100 model of the hover truck. Huh. See, I have, I don't know if this is 1/100 or not, but, and I don't have a freaking clue where I got this thing, but I got this, right? And it's, I think it's roughly 1/100 scale. It's that kind of soft, like, vinyl crap. It's not, you know, I think this was like an old school Mobile Suit in Action thing, if I'm not mistaken, but I mean, it's a great representation of the hover truck. I mean, it looks freaking awesome, right? So it may be smaller than 1/100 because there's the cockpit for the Shiki. Yeah, that's got to be less than, that's got to be smaller than 1/100. That's got to be like 144 or something like that. If we're talking about relative scale, right? Because you got to figure if you're sitting in this, you're going to be a giant compared to these guys. But, yeah. I don't know how I got it. It's just been sitting on my shelf here, kind of collecting dust, because this is dusty as hell. But I like it because it's a cool representation and all that. So, yeah. I really don't know how I got it. It's just one of those things that just is on my shelf. Excuse me. But yeah, 3D printing, man. Oh, I think I may need to get into that too. Fuck. Especially, and this is why. Who was it? I think it was Lelouch, or was it Juno? Fuck, I don't know who it was, but posted some really cool things on the community on YouTube, right? And let me see who it was. Let's go over to the community and sort by newest. Let's see, who do we have? Hang on, you guys. Let me find it here. Yeah, it was Juno. Okay, it was Juno. Let me show you. Let's go on a field trip. Let's go. For those of you that missed it, here's a new little feature. Yeah, display capture. But yeah, so here's Juno's post. What was it, 6 days ago? Yeah, 6 days ago, after the stream, the other day, where I asked him to show me how to chamfer a corner, I decided to model and prototype a different solution, similar to the scribe guide, but it holds a hobby knife, works pretty damn well. And I don't think it'll get any larger. Yeah, no, of course not. It's YouTube. But yeah, so basically he mounted a hobby knife in this thing, and it's just freaking, it's a kind of an elegant solution, if I'm being honest. So pretty dang cool. Pretty dang cool. So yeah, Juno did all that in a few minutes. So pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, let's go back to camera 2 actually, and let's get caught up with this. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting into 3D printing here too. Oh, actually, I know I'm getting into 3D printing eventually, but that's going to be down the road. Let's see. Dallas says, "Oh, indeed it is. I like the open road between Utah and Colorado. Speed limit is just a suggestion." I mean, that's how it is in a lot of places, especially in Maryland. Hendred says, "RF, a while back when I got my Anycube resin printer, I printed the bottom half of the Zaku tank, and it came out nice." Sweet. Yeah, resin's awesome. The extrusion is the way to go if you're going to be prototyping, like, you know, tools and stuff, like High Craig's scribing jigs. Very, very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's see. Handren says, haha, right, Dallas. I saw 85. I was just like, if only the truck went 75. Nice. Dallas says, I need to get a resin printer. There you go. Akuma says, I need friends with printers who's willing to put up with me. That's all of us. Lelouch says, I'm thinking of buying an Elegoo resin printer from Marketplace. Test the waters on it. Yeah, can't go wrong with that, right? I've only heard good things about it. So, yeah. Let's see. Handren says, Lelouch, do it. Resin printers are awesome to have. Akuma says, resin printers are too damn cool. Hell yeah. Bill says, George says, no worries, Bill, whenever you can make it. Hell yeah. What, did I miss something from Bill? I probably missed something from Bill. God damn it. Let me check the normal chat here. No. I didn't. I don't think I've... Did I? I don't see anything else from Bill. Oh, when he talked about the George's live streams. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that was a while ago. Sorry, I missed it. Context. Anyway, let's see. Gio says, I missed most of the live stream in the morning, but can I ask a few questions about AI? Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, man. Go for it. Let's see. Dallas says, I want to drive Route 66 in an old 65 Chevy. That would be awesome. I mean, really, almost anything would be cool, right? Almost anything. Henry says, the first thing I printed was a big-ass Iron Man mask, which I found the STL file for free online. Nice. Akuma says, I don't know how I got it. Me with some random stuff I've had for years. Oh, yeah, I've had the damn thing for I don't know how long, honestly. Lelouch says, how's the GOG build going, Uncle G? Oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. George is knocking it out of the park. Bill says, I have a Saturn S. Still have not used it, but have a ton of files already. Super handy for Warhammer. Oh, hell yeah. The little miniatures and everything. Yeah. Henry says, George doesn't even reply to his own post on his community. Oh, come on. Stop giving George a hard time. Let's see. Gio says someone mentioned that AI creations can't be copyrighted. Yes, that is true. That is absolutely true. Yes. So the U.S. Copyright Department ruled that AI generated media or what have you is non. How did they put it? I forget the terminology, but yeah, it cannot be copyrighted. It cannot be trademarked. It can't be copyrighted. None of it. None of it. So, yeah, all of that is essentially free and clear to use at that point. So, yeah, and there's nothing that they can do to stop you. So, there you go. Brian says, slow going, but having a blast. He says, yeah, I'm old. Give me a break. Aw, Georgie. Dallas has a question. Okie dokie.
We have a question.
And I probably should have did that for Gio. Sorry, Gio. But Dallas's question, Tim, what are your thoughts on resin conversion kits, and would you ever build one on stream? You know, resin conversion kits are cool. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are absolutely beautiful pieces, but my thing is that I can just do it myself and have my own version. You know what I mean? Like the Hummingbird is a great example. You know, they have resin conversion Hummingbird kits that came out after I did mine, but they didn't really do it right in my opinion. So yeah, I like mine better. And the one resin kit that I did was the Blue Destiny. That was, and I got that back way back in the day in the early 2000s. That was an original B Club Blue Destiny conversion kit for the Master Grade Ground Gundam. So bought it way back in the day because I love the Blue Destiny. Did it up. It's, you know, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Started falling apart, you know, in I think around 2018, 19, around there, and then refurbished it. And the Blue Destiny that, you know, is out there now is in its current form. And I did a lot of modifications to it as well. So, but I wanted to kind of redo it and everything. And honestly, if I was to do another Blue Destiny, I wouldn't use a conversion kit. I just do it myself. But yeah, I mean, resin kits, like conversion kits are cool. You know, especially if you don't want to, you know, torture yourself with, you know, going through all the customization. I just really like it and enjoy that part of it, you know, the building part of it. So yeah, I mean, I don't really do conversion kits anymore. But yeah. Let's see. Gio says, what about if your own story or script? Gio, that's a good one. Probably not if it's, you know, AI generated. You know, because, you know, you have to... I'm not a copyright lawyer, so, you know, I'm guessing at a lot of this. But I've dealt with copyright in the past, you know, enough to be a little educated on it, you know, just dealing with graphic design and things like that. You know, and dealing with different assets and stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as I understand, nothing that is, you know, generated through AI with the assistance of AI can be copywritten through the, you know, the United States Copyright Office. Any copyrights that, you know, are placed on an AI generated media are invalid as well. So when you create a piece of media, you know, a picture, a drawing, a sculpture, a song, a script, a story, you automatically hold that copyright, right? It's just inherent with the creation of that piece of media. That's how copyright works in the US. And, you know, it entitles you to, you know, put the little C in the circle and everything to know that you hold the copyright on it. And then, you know, you're also required to, you know, put the copyright, the date, all of that good stuff, right? You can go through the process of submitting that to the US Copyright Office if you want, but it's like kind of, it's almost useless at that point. Now, you know, you can go for, you know, different levels and things like that, but, you know, sometimes that costs money and stuff. But yeah, I mean, inherently when something is created, you essentially own the copyright. So, let's see. Akuma says, I've been fucking around with Trippo because it's interesting, but I still hate AI. Yeah. Generative AI, not good. Not good. AI has its place. Don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-AI. It's really good for pattern recognition. It's really good for spotting, you know, things in like X-rays, MRIs, stuff like that. There have been numerous positive stories about AI catching, you know, basically a tumor before it, you know, went crazy and, you know, saved people's lives and stuff like that. So AI definitely does have positive points, but it gets overshadowed by the mountain of negative points that it, you know, has and that people use it for as well. So it is what it is. It's also good for ideation, you know, coming up with ideas and things, you know, basically helping with brainstorming and stuff. It's also good for that. And I also sometimes I use it if I'm writing something. I will have it proofread, you know, my work, not change it, but just simply proofread it for spelling, punctuation, grammar, things like that, and really, really good for stuff like that. So yeah, it has its place. Not many, but a few. Henry says, Dallas, if you ask me, I'm not a fan. Makes things easy. Beside cleaning and pinning, all you have to do is paint. Yeah, the conversion kits, and I kind of same way. Yeah. Gio says, can you use your own story or script and turn it into a video? With AI? I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. I'm not exactly sure kind of the path that you're going down, Gio, but yeah, I mean, you absolutely could if you wanted to. You know, that still is a very gray area in terms of copyright, though, I would say, so just be aware of it. Oh, yeah. Akuma says, I need a conversion kit for the master grade Death Scythe frame, maybe. She says, I actually still have my first resin kit, but I probably need to repair it. I don't know how it survived like 25 years, right? Let's see. Ernest says, I'm working on a 100 in era lizard goof conversion. Holy shit. He says, man, resins are so tedious to work on, but the detail is so good. Yeah. And most resin kits now are 3D printed and then recast in resin. See, I'm old school. I love it because, like, back in the day, like, companies like G-System, they would have artists, like real modelers, on staff that would completely just modify or scratch build or whatever, and then they would take that master part and cast that, mold and then cast, obviously. But nowadays it's all 3D printed and just kind of recast and all of that. It's in my opinion, it's kind of lost the soul of it. Because especially with the old G system kits, like you could turn it and look at the inside of the part and see, you know, some of the markings where, you know, they ground out the part or, you know, glued things together, and you could see the glue marks and all that. Oh man, it was kind of cool looking at that, and kind of trying to gain an understanding of how they went about building it. So yeah, is what it is. Let's see. Gio says, no, my own story. Just use AI to turn it into a video. I mean, your story is copywritten. That the story you own the copyright on, but the video is not able to be copywritten. The video, the media file of the video itself, the story that you have written, no one can use that story. The video, completely different. Completely different. They can use the video in any way they see fit because you cannot place a copyright on the video itself. But the story, so basically someone can't take your story and do their own video, right? Or sell that, you know, as their story or something like that. Think of it as like, what is it? A lot of the early Disney characters are coming on their copyright expiration. I think copyright you own for, I think it's like 75 years is the term in the US currently. And we're coming up because like Winnie the Pooh, that copyright expired, so you get these crazy weird Winnie the Pooh like horror movies and shit. I think Pinocchio either expired or will be expiring soon. Steamboat Willie, the precursor to precursor to Mickey Mouse, his copyright has expired. Yeah, all of that stuff is free and clear to use now. Anybody can do anything with it and not get in trouble. They can also charge money for it and all of that. So they can't take your intellectual property in terms of the story, but they can use whatever video that you created with no repercussions. So yeah, it's a very, very fine line, but yeah, that's basically how that works essentially. So Akuma says Trippo is a 3D generator stuff. Okay, interesting. They got AI for everything nowadays, man. Loren says, I've only had resin add-ons like weapons and detail parts, but nothing beats a good old scratch builder kit bash. Lorenz, you're a good man. a benevolent Skynet. There you go. Good job, Andrew. Akuma says also deep fakes, etc. are no good. Oh yeah, that's the really sinister, dark shit of AI, which is just, there should be laws against that shit, straight up. George says, in my opinion, we need to take a slow path with AI until we truly know how to use it for the benefit, not evil. Exactly. There needs to be proper regulation, which doesn't happen very fast, unfortunately. But yeah, there definitely needs to be laws, especially the deep fakes. I've seen some truly heinous stories about that, and it's fucking terrible. So yeah, that's the really dark side of it. So, you know, honestly, you know, if people would just stick to making, you know, silly AI cat videos or something like that, the world would be a better place. I could deal with that, you know. So Gio says, okay, thanks for the info. You're welcome, Gio. Always, buddy. Let's see. Akuma says, a bit too late for that, George. Yeah, and he says, yeah, you may be right, unfortunately. Yeah, True, true. Andrew says, I've got 2 resin kits I'll be working on after summer. The GM Spartan, nice, and GM Cannon from Simp Models. Wish I hadn't missed out on the SH Studio 1100 Goof light type. Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful thing. That was a beautiful kit. Hendren says, this generation is so pampered by Bandai that when they come across a bit older kit, they freak out and dismiss it. Oh, noes! It doesn't have undergated nubs? What? Hendren, you're showing your age there, bud. You're showing your age. You gotta dye that gray out, man. But I agree with you. Let's see. Gio says nobody's going to give me $100 million to do a movie. That's why I want to use my story and use AI to turn it into a video. Yeah, I mean, it definitely opens doors that were not open for the general public before. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. So, yeah. Bill says, my understanding is the copyright on the story is valid as long as 1, it is wholly original, yes, and 2, it is somehow published before the request to AI is sent to generate the video. Absolutely 100% correct, Bill. That is accurate. All of that is accurate. Yeah. And it sounds like that's what Gio did. He had a story and then threw it into AI to kind of animate that story. So Gio says, if I can find an animator to work with would be best. With an animator, no need for AI. Gio, check out Fiverr. There are some really great artists on there. Make sure you go through reviews and things, but Fiverr is a marketplace. It's kind of like a gig marketplace for creatives. I'm sure there are probably tons of animators on there. So check out Fiverr. It could be interesting. You never know. You never know. George says likely yes, Handren, but that's okay. Whatever it takes people to get into this hobby, if they're inclined, they'll pursue a deeper dive. Bingo. You're 100% right. 100% right, George. Dallas says, have you all seen the AI-generated rocket engines? They are insane. I have not. I have not. Bill says, come on, people. Have you all seen how far China and Japan have taken AI? They have put it into prototype bedroom robots. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Jesus. We're getting Bill, and you're okay. So Bill, George, maybe Handren, you guys are old enough to remember Cherry 2000, right? Right? We're getting there, not in a good way. We're getting there. Cherry 2000 is a 80s campy sci-fi movie. I think it was Melanie Griffith, like her first movie or something like that. Oh, it was terrible, but good at the same time. So I recommend watching it. Yeah. Let's see. Hendren says, George, I would rather have people learn the right way and appreciate the work than just a hoarder that makes more money for these big companies. Yeah. Bill, yeesh, right? Akuma says, my collection of 80s Elgaium and Dragonar kits, etc. would scare people because no undergating or snap together, right? George says, Handren, I would rather have people get into the hobby and whatever makes them happy. Yeah, that's a very good point. George says, Akuma, you're talking my game. I have many of those as well. Bill says, Fiverr is good. I had custom bits based on my own art made for me to print for my Warhammer army. Nice. That's pretty cool. Gio says, for real this time. Thanks for the info. Always, Gio. Come on, you know that. We're here for you, bud. We're here for you. Henry says, George, the pursuit of happiness can go either way. Sometimes it leads to dark allies or alleys with no ways out. I don't know. Henry's going off. I don't know. He's getting philosophical. philosophical. Come on. Pronunciation. Akuma says, George, you probably know my other new username, Flame Crew, but I have a lot of 80s kits I need to mess with. There you go. Bill says, Cherry! Greg Blair says, I loved Cherry 2000. Yeah, Melanie Griffith. Okay. Jalis says, I have seen those. LOL. Not going to lie. I would buy one if it was a certain female vampire from a certain Jesus Christ. Dallas, killing me, bud. Greg Bear sent you a message on Messenger. Who, me? Me? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Greg, we'll get to that. I'll get to that later. Whew. Saw the preview. I was just like, nope, not on stream. George says, Andrew and I'd rather they get into the hobby and then let's take them under our wings to show them options. There you go. Thanks for dating us like hell, Tim. Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Be graceful in our old age, right? God damn it, Tim, making me feel my 42 years of age. Akuma says, we're still kids, right? Right? Oh, man. Kevin Branham says, yes, AI, the Cylons are coming. The Cylons are coming. George says, Akuma, I do know of your other username. Great stuff. There you go. She says, I should get all my 80s kits together for a pick. Well, the boxes at least. Nice, 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 nice. All right. We're caught up now. Let's get back to work because this stream is going about the same as today's stream, which was very conversation heavy, which I love. Don't get me wrong, but we got to work. We got to do work. Let's go super zoom. Let's get work done. The super glue should be completely cured at this point. Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, good, good, good. All right. So, trim that super glue down. There we go. Man, I remember watching Cherry 2000 as a kid. God, that movie was both just fucking terrible and awesome at the same time. Such absolute camp. And especially like the desert dweller people out in the wastelands. Oh, come on. That shit was just bonkers. There we go. There it is. There we go. That's what you want to see. That whole little sprig of super glue just pop off in one swoop. So we know this corner is nice and sharp now. And we can work with that. We can work with that. Jolly good. All right. Ah. It came up and kind of jumped at me. The little super glue that popped off here. Jesus Christ. All right, we're getting down to it here. There we go. There it is. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That way we know for almost 100% assurance that these corners are going to be real nice and sharp. Yeah. All right. That's nice and clean. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right. Let's cook. All right. So first things first, I want to outline scribe this vent here before we get any further into the woods here. Let's get it. And as always, with outline scribing, you know, pieces like this, we're using 0.20. Okay, 0.20. Bill, I still got to sit down and watch Hackers. I've been thinking about that movie for days now. And I gotta sit down and watch it. We talked about, for those of you not in the know, we talked about that movie, what was it? Monday? Or was it Friday even? I forget. Anyway, Hackers is this awesome late 90s, mid to late 90s, what year was that? Midnight? Yeah, it was 95, right? If I think you said. So mid 90s, techno fever dream hacker wet dream type of movie, completely fictionalized and glorified, and just, yeah, it was a hacker fever dream, because that's not how hacking is in any way, shape, or form. But it was an awesome fucking movie, especially for the layman, you know, that didn't have a damn clue about hacking at the time. You know, mind you, the more technically savvy people were probably like, oh my god, this is bullshit. But, god, it was such a good, stupid, campy movie. All the hackers, you know, had their, you know, hacker code names and stuff. The main character, his name was Zero Cool. And my personal favorite was Serial Killer. But the cereal in that was, you know, like the type you eat. So he killed cereal rather than, you know, people. But god, that was such a good frickin' terrible movie. And it absolutely has not held up at all in terms of the technology and everything. Because there's one scene in it where they're talking to Angelina Jolie. That's one of her very, very early movies. Talking to her about her new top-of-the-line laptop. And, yeah, it had a dial-up modem. All of that in it. Oh, looking back at it, it's just like, oh, man, this is what we were into back then. All right, cool, I guess. But yeah, absolute classic. Absolute classic. Come on. Man, scribing in actual styrene, opaque styrene, is such a wonderful change of pace rather than scribing into this transparent crap. 'Cause I'm just ripping through this outline. I think it was, I think George, right? George, your sister, I think, makes like documentaries, like, real deal, like high-end documentaries. Was I dreaming that, or is that accurate? There we go. We're looking good there. Yeah, I think George's sister is a filmmaker, documentarian, or something along those lines, if I remember correctly. There we go. Very nice. All right, let's get... Ooh, God, you guys are talking up a storm. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna rush through these comments. Kuma says, I need to copy your super glue tool. There you go. It's just a pin vise. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's see. Lorenz says, dozed off for a good while. I'm going to call it a night. Have a nice dream, guys. Oh, we put Lorenz to bed. Oh, Lorenz, sorry, buddy. Let's see. Bill says, actually, I was typing something and my screen freaked out for a second. I may have deleted your comment. Sorry if I did. Whoopsie. Yeah, Henry says, Big Brother is watching. Bill says, oh, yeah, abuse of power. Just kidding. I don't think I have ever felt the need to do anything to chat. Shoot, I'm probably the worst in tonight's chat. Is. Nice. Let's see. Mikey says, so packing up shop. So no more projects for me until I get moved in to my new house. Congratulations, Mike. That's awesome, dude. So proud of you. Yeah, moving always sucks, though. It really does. Bill says, I think it's on Amazon Prime right now, or it was recently. I tried to get my nephew to watch it. He watched Evolution instead. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, 1995. I have it on my Plex, so I can just, pull it up and all that. Dallas says, you should check out Transcendence with Johnny Depp. It's really good. I've seen that, actually. That was pretty decent. Yeah, that was pretty decent. Hack the Planet, right? Yeah, Risk Architecture is good. Hack the Planet. There you go. Pull on the roof has sprung a leak. Oh, shit. Gremlins and Ghostbusters are timeless. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Hendren says, remember, she wasn't taken seriously as an actress until Girl Interrupted or Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, yeah. I mean, nobody knew who she was, especially in Hackers. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. George says, my sister is a filmmaker making documentaries and short personal dramas. Proud of her. George, didn't she win like an award? Like a really kind of big award or something like that, I remember seeing? Or am I fever dreaming this again? I don't know. I remember you posting stuff back when you were on Instagram about your sister, and her making, documentaries, films, stuff like that. So, yeah. I just thought it was super cool. So, I don't know. And just talking about movies and stuff, it just kind of popped into my head. So, Gone in 60 Seconds, yeah, great movie. My wrist is screaming. Guess it's time to stop building for the night. Aw, sorry, Andrew. That sucks, dude. That sucks. All right, cool. All right, we're caught up, kids. Let's get back to it. What time is it? 11:40. All right, cool. We got time. All right, so we got the vent outline scribed. We're looking good there. So we're moving on now to these kind of bumper fins, right? I think they look cool, and they kind of tie, you know, that they kind of echo the fins down here a little bit. So that's kind of why I put those on there. I like the look of it and all of that. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bill says, I thought she went to Cannes or something one year. Yeah, I thought something like that. George says she has won awards, but mostly at festivals. Okay. Okay, so she has been in Academy Award contention. So I guess she was nominated. So, I mean, that's fucking huge, dude. I mean, it's not every day that you know somebody or related to somebody that, you know, has been nominated for an Academy Award. Like, holy shit. Like, that's amazing to me. Like, straight up. Straight up. Yeah, and George says, Bill, she has attended Cannes before. Oh my God. That shit's so freaking cool. Like, you don't even know. Like, that's cool to me. You know, to be able to be creative in, you know, in those sense, right? To be creative and to have it take you to different places. Like, I'm blessed and lucky enough that, you know, I've been to, you know, Japan a couple times, to Dubai, all over the U.S. I'm really, really lucky, you know, with being able to do those types of things. And I want to hopefully get back to doing those types of things. But man, being, not nominated. Okay. So not nominated, but in contention. Nomination would have meant the world to her. Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. But still, being in the conversation, like, holy crap. Like, that's still insanely cool to me, right? And going to Cannes, however you pronounce it, that's just amazing. I don't know. That's just amazing to me. Bill says, so I did remember, right? Yeah, me too. Gio says, you don't win big awards by having Billy Bob Thornton around your neck. Wow. George says, my sister is a true artist. She's an inspiration without a doubt. Dude, it runs in the family, buddy. It runs in the family. And there's no doubt about that too. You know, it runs in the family. You know, being artist. So, nice. Nice. George, is she working on anything? Is she making anything currently? Like, any new films or anything like that? Because, like, I'm actually legitimately, like, curious because, you know, I would want to watch them straight up, you know? Like, I would totally be into, you know, checking out the documentaries and everything. I'm a big documentary fan anyway. Like, I love documentaries. All right, we're looking really good there. That looks pretty nice. Okie dokie. All right, so I've already gone ahead and duplicated these fin parts here, right? So there and there. These are sanded. These are good to go. We just need to apply them. Now for that, we're not going to use super glue because we're basically gluing the edge. So we are going to be using plastic magic, right? Let's see. Appreciate it, Tim. Thank you. Oh, but Georgie, you know that's right. Come on now. You know that's right. George says she has 2 projects she's trying to get made into TV series. What? That's so cool. That's so freaking cool. I mean, if that happens, dude, let me know, because I'd love to check them out. Like, that's like legit. I would love to check them out. Let's see. Bill says, before we close this out, please everyone post your 0 parts given assignments tonight. Check out others who have posted. If you have questions, feel free to ask away. Yes, thank you, George, or thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, man. That's, yeah, good looking out. That is definitely on point. I know Brandon's been busy today with you know, some family stuff. I think today was the kids' last day of school, if I'm not mistaken. He said he messaged me earlier, and I was just like, "Yeah, dude, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. That shit can wait. Family comes first in all situations. Family comes first." Okay. That looks good. Alright, let me get this spaced properly. Oof, that is not spaced properly. Alright, so we're going to need to use a little bit of this all around here. Just because of the curvature and all, it's not doing what I need it to do. Okay. Alright, let's see. Now. Oh, yeah, it's way off. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking. Good squeeze out. Let's make sure we got... Yeah, it migrated a little bit. No problem. Okay. Good. Alright, that's looking good. Move this down just a hair while the glue's still wet. Okay. Alright. So there's one fin. Good placement. All that. Right there. Okay. Good stuff. All right. So let's get the other one on here. And again, we're going to use our plastic magic. Let's get the spacing good. Oof. Alright. That plastic magic dried out way too quick on the piece. So we're putting more around it, just so that it'll wick underneath and really start that melting process, right? To get a really good bond. Yeah, there we go. We got squeeze out. That's what we want to see. All right, let me get this properly aligned here. Good. Good. Yeah. All right. Excellent. All right. So there we go. We've got the two bumper fins placed and all of that. That's excellent. What time is it? 9 minutes. Excellent. We still got time. Okie dokie. So, I think I ran out of 2mm strip. Let me get some more here. Let's see. 2mm. Where's the 2mm? No, come on. Is this it? Here it is. Here it is. All right. 2mm by 1mm plastic strip. All right. And that's what this guy is right here. This kind of overhang strapping bit right here. All right. So what we need to do first, let's get these off of here. Since we're going to be placing it right up at the edge of this thing, this vent here, and since this is angled, we need to then angle our strip here as well. So we're just going to take our hobby knife and just put a little angle on it. That's not enough angle. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's better. That'll work. So there you can see it's a little angled right there, right? And then what that's going to do, hopefully, yeah. See that that lines up real nice with that vent piece. Cool. All right. So now we can just cut off an arbitrary length of this. And then we also want to cut off a little bit of a shorter length to back this up, because this is all 1mm that we're working with here, right? So, all right. Now, good deal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to just cut the corner off of this to mark that as the open end, basically. We'll basically cut this down to size here at the very end. But I want to get these pieces together first. So for that, again, we are going to use plastic magic just so that we can get these properly aligned. Okay. Just like that. Press that down into place. Get that melting started. And then the beauty part about working on a 1, 2, 3 block is that you can set them on the side and push them together and then properly align them, which is Very convenient. All right, and then we'll get this guy back in here. Now, while these are still wet, we can go about getting the proper length and placement for everything. All right. Good deal. Yeah. All right. So there you can kind of see how that straps over that that base plate, right? So good stuff. Good stuff. Whoop. There we go. All right. Excellent. Whew. Okie dokie. All right. Let's get caught up while all of this. Let's see. George says, dude, of course. Yep, family first. Hell yeah. Let's see. Bill says, okay, folks, I have to get going. Have fun. Bill, take care, buddy. Andrew says, I didn't know there was homework. Oh, well. Bill says, Andrew, it's a project with the end goal of teaching people progressively how to build a custom weapon, which is what will be done throughout the course of it. Yeah, it's a pretty good endeavor. Pretty good endeavor. Let's see. Andrew says, anyone's here going to see the new He-Man movie? I'd like to, but probably not. Let's see. Andrew says, the bumper on the one with the marker looks crooked. This one. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Andrew. Okay. Where's my 1mm spacer? Let's see if we're still good. Yeah, we're still good there. Yeah, I think I think you were right, but I think that's much better. These are, you also have to take into consideration the curvature this way. So both of these are kind of angled at different ways too. But yeah, there we go. I think both of those are looking good. There we go. I think we got it. Yeah, space is consistent on both. So, yeah. There we go. Looking good. All right, cool. So, we've got that done. We've got our little kind of strapping piece here going. Let's see. What's the length we're looking at here? Right about there. All right, so that's where we will make our cut, right? Let's see. Oh, Handren. Handren has a question.
We have a question.
He says, Tim, we have a question. What is your thought about recent GBWC winners? Recent as in like the past few years recent, or recent as in like I haven't seen them yet, like recent, like within the past few weeks or something? Which are you talking about, Handren? Are you talking about like in recent years or something really recent? Oh, the past couple years. Okay. Last year's was pretty good. I liked that. What was the guy's name? Fuck, I can't remember it. The dragon. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a good build. Before that, it's hit and miss, I think. Hit and miss. So, yeah. It's been lacking a lot of participation. So I think the field was a bit more watered down than what it had been, obviously before COVID and everything. So you have to take that into consideration, I think. But, yeah, I mean, as an overall, it's the U.S. I mean, it is what it is, right? We're kind of behind in terms of overall time in the hobby, as opposed to, a lot of the other countries, especially like the Asian countries and things. So, we have to take that with a grain of salt, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Ooh, there we go. Let's see what we've got. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see kind of how it compares. Do we go with this or do we remake this? I don't know. I think we go with that. That looks pretty decent. All right, cool. I thought that was gonna come out like crap, but not bad. All right, sweet. So let's get our little God hand file thing. This thing is coming real handy here recently, I swear to God. All right, so the sides should be cured enough to where we can sand the sides flat, right? If I can get it to lay on the sides. And we're dealing with such a small little piece here. It's kind of difficult. Sheesh. I probably should have done this before I cut it. Had a little bit more grip. Hindsight, as they say, is 20/20. Alright, that's pretty good. Very nice. Alright. Let's sand this side down just a bit more. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now, I just want to file this front angle here real quick. Just get that as flat and as sharp as possible. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Money. All right, so now we can apply it. So we'll get this guy back in here. We'll get some more plastic magic. We'll get this guy glued on here, and man, that's gonna take us right down to the wire. Sweet. Then I can go eat dinner. Hey-o. 'Cause I have not eaten dinner. Like I told Amber, I came back from the grocery store right before the stream, and just had enough time to bring the damn groceries in and everything before I had to jump on. Okay. That needs a little adjusting. There we go. All right. So there we are, kiddos. Let's get this in frame so you guys can compare and contrast. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then what I always like to do is kind of put the parts back on to the legs and just kind of mock it up and see what it all looks like here. But there's that. Let's get the knee armor back on this guy here. So, yeah. Now, obviously, take away the shitty looking marker and everything like that, but that's looking pretty dang good. Maybe a little gap in there. We can fill that with super glue. Maybe a little gap right around there too. But as an overall, in terms of duplication, yeah, we're looking looking pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. So, yeah, sweet. So there we go. There we go. Let's get them actually in frame. Hey, there we go. Sweet. All right, let's get caught back up here real quick, and then we're gonna tap out for the night. So let's go camera 2, shall we? Let's see. Henry says the dragon was awesome. That Zagok wasn't a fan. Andrew gonna have to take part of the Stormbringer off and paint it. Curse my luck. Oh man, I'm sorry, Andrew. Never fun when you find that out after the fact, you know. Let's see. Henry says the mindset is not there. That's why, as long as we look at this as a mere time-killing hobby and not caring about getting better, we will always lag behind, in my opinion. There's something to be said about that. Yeah. I mean, you also have to figure that culturally, the U.S. is not where Japan and a lot of the other Asian countries are. The U.S. Americans in general have a very short attention span. So instant gratification and that, you know, spike of satisfaction is an addiction, I think, here in the U.S. So, you know, more time-taking artistic endeavors have unfortunately kind of diminished, you know, and that's obviously with, you know, lack of arts in, you know, schools and, you know, diverse art galleries and endeavors and being proud of being artistic, you know. So I think there's a lot there as well, and I think there's a lot of different things. Obviously, you know, Japanese and other Asian countries have a huge head start on us in terms of, you know, modeling and stuff like that. So there's that inherent factor. But yeah, I mean, it's in general, I think the American mindset too has a part to play in it, unfortunately. So yeah. Hey, Mr. Barack, Mr. Plamo Nerd is with us. What's going on, Barack? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Mike Dawson says, good night, everyone. Mikey, take care, bud. Good luck with your house, too, man. Straight up. Henry says, the mindset of a warrior that doesn't take things lightly, especially their handiwork. I mean, it's kind of an extreme way of looking at it, but I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Barack says, kisses to everybody in the chat and special one to Tim so he don't get jealous. Thank you, Barack. I appreciate that, bud. Let's see. Yeah, the gang is here tonight, man. We're having fun. Let's see. Brock has the family. Hopefully good. Yeah, everybody's saying hi to Barack and everything. And he says, yes, brother, thanks for asking. I missed you too. Aw. Now kiss. Andrew says, long ago I learned from an old timer to always respect your handiwork no matter what. Oh, 100%. One of my old managers put it to me like this. And he was talking about, you know, work in the office and everything. He said, do such a good job in whatever you do that you're proud to sign your name to it, right? And that's stuck with me for decades at this point. So whenever I do something, I'm always thinking about that, and it's just like, would I be proud enough to sign my name to this? Yeah, a lot of times. So yeah, that really hit me, and it's obviously lasted, you know, several decades here. So yeah, do something so well that you're proud enough to sign your name to it. I think that was what it really comes down to. Yeah. Andrew says, blasted OCD, guess I'll be finding the masking tape tomorrow. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Henry says, extreme. Says the guy that never hand brushes and scribes the shit out of every damn part. I mean, just your comment, it sounded extreme. I'm not saying that I disagree with it. I'm just saying, you know, when you talk about a warrior and shit, it's just like, okay. Calm down, killer. You know, I don't know. Julius, get back to enjoying your vacation, buddy. He says, okay, just checked into hotel. Glad to catch the end of the stream. Looks like I have a lot to catch up on with the Shiki. Buddy, you got time, man. You got plenty of time, dude. You got plenty of time. Hater says, ha ha ha, killer. Yeah, dude, like, calm down there, killer. So, anyway. All right, kids. 12:12 on the dot. Let's rock out with this thing. Let's punch the clock, yeah? Let's go camera one. And with that being said, it's 2 p.m. there. Oh, it's midnight here, buddy. You are 10 hours ahead of us. Yeah, 10 hours. Nice. So, Julius, buddy, have fun down there, man. Like, I am so envious. It's not even funny. Like, he's in Melbourne, Australia, you guys, for those of you who don't know. And loving life down there, it sounds like. Or at least I hope, right? So, good stuff. Oh, man. All right, so we'll be back on tomorrow, noon our time here. And yeah, come on back. We're going to keep pushing forward with this thing. Yeah, we're going to try to do some more work on this. So, good stuff all around. So, with that being said, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Be safe out there. Build something cool. Enjoy your Australian vacation if that qualifies for you. But for all of us other folks, man, we gotta just kind of make do. But yeah, have fun, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.